Welcome into Hodges Fieldhouse for a afternoon game between the Iowa Central Community College Lady Tritons and the Briar University Junior Varsity squad. We are going to start off with the starting lineups for Briar Clift. Number 12, Peyton Hagbird. Number 15, Stephanie Wenzel. Number 21, Emily Sains. Number 22, Ashley Hagg. And number 23, Abby Lau. I am joined by
Rico.
So what is your expectation coming into this game, Rico?
I think Iowa Central needs to start off fast because they're going to definitely have a numbers advantage as Briar Cliff seems that have up a short roster. So I think Iowa Central should come out really hard and fast, and they should keep the gap. They should get the gas pedal on.
I agree with you 100%. Iowa Central has fared pretty well this year against junior varsity squads as they faced up against three of them so far. This was their second one so far in the past about 10 days. They went against Midland University JV and won 83-52. I expect it to be a very similar game to that. We are just about to get set off for tip-off here in Hodges, and I'm going to go ahead and go over the starting lineups for the Lady Tritons. Number 12, Kira Ward. Number 14, Shariah Smith. I apologize. Number 30, Avery Terwilliger. Number 34, Brittany West. And number 50, Tierra Itula. This is the starting lineup they went with their last home game. They fared pretty well. We'll see how things go. The tip goes to Briar Cliff and number 21, Emily Sains. Over to number 15, Stephanie Wenzel. Deep three taken there from Emily Sains, and she says, I'm going to go ahead and get things started off very quickly today. Very confident coming out of the gate. Shariah Smith at the top of the key. Drives it to the basket. A little floater off the front of the rim, gets it to go in. Quick start here for both teams.
Yeah, nice shot there by Shariah Smith. She definitely needs to use that floater to help her with that size advantage.
Absolutely. Once you get into that paint, you're a shorter player. You got to be able to get the ball up. Another pull-up three. That one by Abby Lau. Back-to-back threes. We'll see if that comes back to bite them, though. They're going to get very confident from back there. We'll see if they try and rely too much on that three-pointer.
Yeah, definitely. They'll definitely need to run them off the three to start off early so that they don't get hot.
Absolutely. Shariah Smith gets fouled on the take to the basket. She's going to be shooting two. That's the first team foul for either team here.
Looks like they're going to call that on the ground. No, you were right the first time, actually.
That foul went on Peyton Hagbird. That's her first, the 5'5" freshman from Cherokee, Iowa. First one up and good. Shariah, the 5'1" guard from Fort Dodge. Second one good as well. She has all 4 points here after 2 possessions for both teams. The Briar Cliff University is up 6-4 as they bring it back the other way.
Hey, looks like they're gonna call a travel there. That's gonna result in Iowa Central getting the ball there.
They had to move the ball around a little bit more on that possession, unable to just pull up for an open three. Gets going a little bit too fast for him, ended up traveling.
Exactly. They just need to calm themselves.
Off the hands of Itula in the post. Lowell brings it back the other way. Over to Wenzel. Back to Emily Sands, who's already had 1 3. She says, I'm making it 2. That's going to give them a 9-4 lead here. There's just over 8 minutes left here in the first quarter.
She's been pulling up very confidently to start off the game. Both threes she's had from deep. So that's definitely going to turn out to be a problem for Iowa Central as she continues to do that.
Shariah Smith at the top of the key. Over to Brittany West. Itula back cutting, gets it over to Terwilliger. Into Kira Ward, gets triple teamed out to Brittany West, who's a threat from the three-point line, and she shows exactly why as she puts it in, matching the three on the other end. That's a 9-7 game here with just under 8 minutes left in the first quarter.
I love that she has such a smooth jumper all the way through.
Absolutely. There's no hitches. As soon as she releases it, you're like, that's going in. A good take there by Lau. Correction by Sands. Foul on Shariah Smith, it appeared. She's going to be shooting 2. First team foul for the Tritons. First one just off. Emily Sands, the freshman, 5'6", from Westlake, Texas. Second one good, going to make it a 10-7 game here. Shariah Smith brings it up the floor. Over to Terwilliger, over to Etula. Looks like she's going to pull up, takes it in. Power stop, pulls up from just about 8 feet away, able to get it to go.
Nice shot there from her as she was able to just get to a nice little jump shot, create some space for herself, and she was able to get that shot to go.
Very patient with the ball. She didn't force anything there. Entry pass into Lau. Straight up defense from Etula. Good defense, able to get the rebound, gets it up to Shariah to bring it the other way. Over to Terwilliger.
Dangerous pass there. She almost wasn't able to get to that one.
Absolutely. That's not something you want to be seeing. Those cross-court passes can really get a coach blood boiling. Able to be bought out there, though, after the foul there by Stephanie Wenzel.
Nice backdoor cut there, but that one's going to get tipped by number 12, Peyton Hagberg.
That was Ashley Hagg on defense right there. Very good defense. West to inbound. Smith into Ward. Turns over her right shoulder. Rims out. Rebound by Sands, and she brings it the other way very quickly. Slows down. Gets the offense set up. Over to Hagberg. Nice spin move, followed by a Euro step around Ward. Scrambles for the ball. Smith ends up coming up with it, but gets fouled.
Nice effort there to retrieve that ball, because it looked like it was about to be an offensive rebound, but it ended up being actually a foul.
Looks like there's going to be some substitutions coming in for Briar Cliff. Ward in the post. Turns over the left shoulder. Unable to get that one to go.
That one looked like it got tipped there.
Lau brings it the other way. Over to Sands. Correction, Wenzel. Takes it inside. She's going to go to the line to shoot 2 here. Looks like they're going to call a block there on Kira Ward. It's going to be her first, team second.
It looks like subs are going to come in for Briar Cliff, number 44, Kat Leonard, number 5, Morgan Mace, and number 3, Natalie Ricatuso.
Good defense on the inbound there from the Tritons. They finally get it over to Sands, who takes it in. Good defense there from Terwilliger. And she gets it back up in the break, looking up. Decides to pull up. A little bit of a fadeaway there.
Yeah, nice little pull up there that she had. Definitely avoided the defense, because that could have just ended up being a missed layup right there. But she took the smarter shot there.
She was working on that exact shot in warm-ups quite a bit, and she was getting it to go every single time. Has the confidence, gets it to go. Kat Leonard inside, ends up trying to kick it out to Stephanie Wenzel. Gets tipped. Tritons bring it back the other way. Terwilliger to Etula. One dribble pull up there. Unable to get it to go. Briarcliff brings it back the other way. Rigatuso. That's not someone they want to see shooting wide open from the three-point line. That is 3 3-pointers for her today. That one had a little bit of a shooter's roll on it. The other ones were nothing but money, but that's not something you want to be seeing.
Yeah, exactly. She had a little bit of a shooter bounce there. That one kind of rolled off from the right and ended up bouncing in.
Late entry there from Smith trying to get it into Ward. Looks like they're going to call a push on Kara Ward. Briarcliff going to bring it the other way. Substitutions coming in. Number 12, Peyton Hagberg, comes in for Briarcliff as Emily Sands is going to take a seat. And Sierra Smith is going to come in for Shariah Smith. Sierra, the 5'1 guard from Chicago, is playing defense here on Hagberg. Hagberg over to Mace.
She couldn't quite handle that pass, but they're gonna call it off of Triton, so that's gonna be Briarcliff's ball.
West thought it went off of Rigatuso's head, trying to get the call, but unable to talk the ref into changing it. One screen, just a little kick out to Mays, able to get about the 15-footer to go for the 5'10 freshman from Bellevue, Nebraska. Terwilliger over to West on the right side. Gets it over to Itula, thinks about shooting. West wanting the ball on the back cut. She was open, unable to see her. West over to Itula. Itula drives baseline, gets a little bit of a bump there, going to go to the line for 2.
That was a nice skip pass she had there in order to find her in the corner. Definitely set up that drive in that foul.
It's really hard sometimes. Post players really get, kind of blinders on once they get the ball in the post. West not like that, able to see her other post player in the skip position, gets it over to her, gets the shot. Unable to get the shot to go, but goes to the line. Gets the first free throw to go. We'll see if she can make the second one.
I have faith in her.
Second one, good. Jacinia comes in for Jalen Carter here for the Lady Tritons. Really good defense there from Sierra Smith, but she's going to get called for a reach there. Trying to get a pickpocket, but unable to get it.
And it's going to be interesting to see how the refs call this throughout the game. See if they're going to if they're going to allow them to play a little bit, or if they're just going to make it a little ticky-tack type game.
They have been pretty tight here so far. We'll see if they loosen up or if they keep that same principle going through the rest of the game. Leonard kicks out to Rigatuso, gets it to go. That's going to make the score 18-13 here. Just over 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
Looks like Iowa Central hasn't been able to keep Briarcliff off of the three-point line to start off the game. So I think a key coming into the next quarter will be definitely keeping them off the three-point line.
There's an entry pass into West. She gets fouled on going up. She's going to shoot 2. See if she makes the first. First one is good. And Briarcliff is going to make a substitution. Leonard comes out and Hag goes in. Second one good as well there for West. Going to make the game 18-14 or 18-15. I apologize. Rigatuso brings the ball up the floor, going against Mosley. Over to Hagberg. I'm going to call a travel. That's the second one so far here for Briarcliff.
Looks like she kind of just shuffled her feet there and didn't really have herself set in position right before she caught that ball.
Shariah Smith's going to come in for Tierra Itula. Going to go with a little bit of a smaller lineup here for the Tritons. Smith from the left side, unable to get to go. Good work underneath from Terwilliger, able to tip it out for the offensive rebound. They're going to call a block here, possibly on Rigatuso. And they are. That's going to be the 16th foul.
That's going to put them in the bonus here, as there's going to be a 1-on-1 situation. She makes the first. And that's Terwilliger making the second. That's going to make our score here today 17-18. Your Tritons are only down by 1.
Lau with the skip pass. Looks like they're going to call an illegal screen there.
Yeah, she kind of did a little side bump with that last screen there. They're gonna call that one immediately.
That was on Ashley Hag, but as a screener, it's kind of hard when you have the person coming off of you that doesn't come close enough shoulder to shoulder to actually get contact. So sometimes you might slide that hip out. You're going to get called for it 9 times out of 10.
Oh, that's definitely accurate.
Brittany West to the top of the key. Smith gets blocked on a little bit of a pull-up there.
Looks like she might have gotten hit there a little bit, but refs are going to let that one go.
Gattuso at the top of the key. Hagberg from the right wing. Nothing but the bottom of the net. This Briarcliff team is not afraid to shoot the three if they have an open look.
Oh, definitely. They've been lighting it up from three to start out this game.
Sierra Smith with a very good take. Blows past all of the Briarcliff defenders, gets right to the rim.
And it looks like they're going to call it. She's going to say she stepped on the line. Number 23, Abby Lowe. So they're going to say she stepped on the line. That's going to give your Tritons the ball.
Stephanie Wenzel comes in for Briarcliff, and Brittany West takes a seat for the Tritons. Jalen Carter comes in, and Itula comes back in for the Tritons. Mosley's going to take a seat here as Carter comes back into the game. So on the court here for the Tritons, we have Shariah Smith, Sierra Smith, Avery Terwilliger, Jalen Carter, and Tiara Itula.
And that was a great pass there from Sierra Smith, and a nice steal there as well. I don't know. Oh, they
heads-up play there to not go for the over and back. That's a huge possession created there as the game is tied 21-21. A minute 40 left here in the first quarter. Very back and forth here so far.
Definitely very, very close to start this game off. Sierra Smith's going to have it wide open in the corner. But nice offensive rebound there.
Strong rebound there. Gets it over to Carter. Gets it to go. Going to give the Tritons their first lead of the game, 23-21. Emily Sands, who's had three three-pointers so far here in the first quarter, has the ball at the top of the key. Stephanie Wenzel dribbling the ball here.
5 seconds left on the shot clock.
Takes it into the paint, ends up getting blocked. Two Tritons wide open in front of the pack there. Carter and Terwilliger.
That was a great lead pass to Carter as she was able to get the easy layup to go in.
A few possessions here that have gone the Tritons' way. They've got a couple steals, some really good defense possessions, gotten some easy looks on the offensive end, has really started to put momentum into their court.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It looks like they've been starting to pick up the pressure like I said they should do earlier, and with that it's just resulted in a couple more steals. They've been able to keep up the pressure and start to rush Briarcliff's offense, which that's allowed Iowa Central to be able to go out on the break and get some easy baskets.
Now, in the first quarter and the third quarter, it would be understandable that a smaller team can compete with a very large team as far as numbers-wise. But if you keep that pressure on, as you were saying earlier in the game, this team is not going to be able to compete with the Tritons as far as running up and down the floor. They just do not have enough numbers. So the second quarter and the fourth quarter is really where you're going to see that difference in the depth. We'll see if they continue to pressure, if they maybe fall back a little bit and try and work offensive sets. Here at towards the end of the first quarter, we have just under a minute left, and the Tritons are up 25-21. No changes there here substitution-wise for the Tritons. And it looks like Briarcliff's going to stay the same as well.
It looks like we're going to see some full court pressure here from our Tritons. It's going to be Sharia Smith with that full court pressure.
Smith has been playing really good on-ball defense. Got an open look there, unable to get it to go. Wenzel gets the offensive rebound and gets that to go. It's going to make it 25-23. Shot clock is still on, just about 4 seconds behind.
That felt like it was the first three they missed all game.
And it was still very close.
Exactly.
Carter inside, kicks out to Terwilliger. Pump fakes, take it to the right side. Looks like they're going to call a block there on Wenzel. With the Tritons in the bonus, they're going to go to the free throw line for a 1-on-1 here. Shooting 2. Take that back. First one, good. Going to make it 26-23 ball game. 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Lau comes in. Second one good as well.
Looks like they're going to hold for the last shot as they're going to go through their offense.
Very good look from just on the right side of the key. Able to get it to go is Morgan Mace.
Now, that was a nice flare screen to get her wide open for that three in the middle of the court.
Kelly Kruger is going to take a second to talk to his Tritons. We're going to take a break here on Triton Nation. We'll be right back with the start of the second quarter. As we rejoin the action here, we apologize. There was a scoreboard malfunction. They were currently working on it, and now they are done. The scoreboard in the gym to our north side will be correct. The one on our south side is incorrect, but as we regain the action, the Tritons have the ball. West out to Sierra Smith. Back to West. Looks to take a three over to Terwilliger. Over to Sierra. Takes it in. Gets the and one call. Looks like she was just inside that no charge zone. She's going to be able to get the hoop and the harm. We'll see if she gets the free throw to go here.
That was a very aggressive take by her. She was able to get strong position inside and finish that one really strong.
Shirai has been extremely aggressive all afternoon.
Oh, definitely. It's been great as she's been able to put pressure on that interior, and then that way she'll be able to create shots for the outside.
And she gets the hoop and the harm.
And it looks like they're going to start off with that full court pressure again. Screen for Abby Lowe right there. And that's going to be another three for Ashley Hagg as they're going to start off with another three to start off this quarter.
West has it on the right side of the wing over to Terwilliger. Over to Itula. Takes it into the hoop, unable to get it to go. And she's going to get called for the foul here in the backcourt. Score is currently 30-29. Iowa Central is up.
And it looks like Justice Crook is going to check into the game for Sierra Smith.
Looks like they're going to do a full court man press here with the guards of Briarcliff. Emily Sains inside into Abby Lau, unable to get it to go. Crooks brings it the other way, kicks it out to West. Right side just a little long. Ball's bounced around a little bit. Itula able to come away with it. Does a little slip pass into Sharian, unable to come down with the pass. Hagberg kicks it out to Lau. Hard off the rim, unable to get it to go. Getting a little chippy over there. Morgan Mace looks like she threw just a little bit of a push into West. Nothing called, though, but something to keep your eye on as we move forward into the rest of this game. West looked like she was boxing her out there, not trying to let her get to that loose ball and make a play.
Yeah, that was a good play by her because if she ended up touching that and that would end up going off her, that would have been that would just upset her coach a lot.
Itula, another take to the basket, leaves it short just a little bit again. Hag brings it the other way, kicks it out to Hagberg. Over to Mace. Over to Sands. Back cut by Rigatuso, I apologize, but kind of a wild shot there. Throws it up behind her back, unable to even hit backboard. Really nice look there. Cuts it in between the defenders, gets it to Itula, gets the easy layup.
Definitely the smart pass right there. She was able to pretty much put a knife right through the defense.
That's the type of vision and the precision passing you want from your point guard.
And it looks like Briarcliff's getting a little trigger happy from the three.
Sands had hit three threes in the first quarter, so understandably aggressive as she gets into it, but maybe move the ball around just a little bit more, try and get an offensive set going, and then feel free to shoot from there.
Yeah, she took that shot very early in the shot clock as they could have moved the ball around a little bit more to get a better quality look.
Shariah Smith at the top of the key. West on the left side. Backdoor cut from Crooks. Left-hand layup able to go. Excellent cut. Excellent pass. Able to get the hoop to go. A very good set play there for the Lady Tritons.
And it looks like Briarcliff calls a 30-second timeout there.
Now, if I'm Briarcliff, if you're Briarcliff, what are you going over with your team here?
I feel like they're going to talk about how just getting into their offense a little bit more, getting some better quality looks so that they can get back into this game the right way. So basically, just getting some stops on defense, getting back on offense to make some better sets, get some better sets, better shots.
And if you are Kelly Kruger here, what are you telling your Tritons?
I think the biggest thing for them is just the fact that they need to slow it down. They've had a couple bad shots, a couple floaters that just haven't gone their way. So basically, the biggest thing for them is just they need to work the ball around a little bit more and then find a better shot.
Absolutely, I agree with everything you just said. We'll see if Kruger stays with that man-to-man press, full court with their guards. I think that might have been helping out a little bit, kind of getting those guards to rush those offensive sets for Briarcliff. We'll see if there's anything they try and change as Briarcliff on the offensive side.
One thing that I feel like they could probably do is maybe go into a little bit of a man trap. When the ball handler turns their back on the defense, they could end up doing a trap there.
It looks like they had Lau set a screen here on the back in the back court. Makes it a little easier there for Sands to get it up the floor. Gets it over to Hagberg. Screen set by Hag. Rigatuso over to Hagberg from the right wing. A little more patient there. Gets a set play going. Right wing three-point shot on an inside-out kick. I think that's a good shot.
That was definitely a good shot right there as they were able to get an open three there. And it looks like there was a foul called on that last offensive rebound.
It's a loose ball foul. They're going to inbound it. That's a tough inbound spot there in the far corner.
Oh, definitely, because you don't have a good passing angle. And it just allows defense just to recover quickly on any screens or anything like that.
Rigatuso gets the inbound, gets it over to Sains. Lau at the top of the key gets it into Hag. Puts it up with the left hand, unable to get it to go. They get the offensive rebound. Sands tries it from the left corner, unable to get that to go.
And they're going to call a loose ball foul. Looks like it's going to be on
Brittany West, I believe, gets called for the push underneath. Jalen Carter's going to come in for Tierra Itula. A little something about Jalen Carter. Her favorite basketball player is LeBron James because of all the things he does for his community. I completely agree with that. He's an extremely good role model.
He definitely is a great role model. He actually over the summer he built the school for Akron. I feel like that brings a lot of great things to the community, as he's been able to do a lot for the community over the years.
Absolutely. That I Promise school in Akron is a huge step forward for that community, for those kids. Just a really great role model.
And just looking at the interior design of that school, I would definitely want to go to that school.
Shariah Smith, a really smooth take. Gets around the defense, but the defender there was Hag. She was sat there for a good 5-second count, knowing that she's going to take it straight in, try and do a floater.
Yeah.
Gets in position, doesn't move, gets called for the charge there.
And I feel like the move that needs to be made there is kind of like a little hesitation and then go around the defender there, because as she's waiting for her to come in and take that charge.
Yeah, the shot clock was also coming down pretty quickly. A little bit of a confusion there on the call. Looks like she's going to get called for a reach. As one Smith comes in for the other, Shariah is going to take a seat. Sierra is going to come in. Rigatuso in the paint into Hag. Tries it over the left shoulder, unable to get it to go. Lau gets the offensive rebound. Foul called. This Briarcliff team is not letting the Iowa Central Tritons get any easy defensive rebounds. They are pushing hard on the offensive boards.
That's been able to come to their advantage. That they've been getting a lot of second looks, and that's gonna end up spelling trouble if Iowa Central keeps allowing that.
Absolutely. Lau gets the first one to go, the 5'7" freshman from Strasburg, Colorado.
And it looks like checking back into the game is Jessica Jackson.
Brittany West is going to take a seat here. Second one unable to go. Crocs gets the rebound and starts to advance the ball up the floor on the dribble.
Nice bounce pass right there from her. That's going to lead to a nice pull up from Sierra Smith right there.
Absolutely. That was extremely smooth. Just catches it, one dribble pull up. Didn't hesitate at all. Looks like there's going to be a push there.
Yeah, she's going to have to watch riding her down that court. She's going to have to beat her to the spot instead.
Sands has been very aggressive, pushing the ball up the floor and trying to force contact.
I feel like Sands is the key that moves their offense. So I feel like what Iowa Central needs to do is just slow her down for the most part, especially in the backcourt as she's been able to move around, get a lot of open looks, and set up her teammates.
Sands had 3 threes in the first half, unable to get a few to go this quarter, as Terwilliger tried her mightiest not to fall into the lane there. Ends up just taking a step, but Sands gets the free throw to go anyway. Skip over to Crocs and a skip back to Terwilliger takes it in, one dribble, pull up from about 8 feet away, unable to get to go, leaves it a little bit short.
Nice steal there from Justice Crooks as she's able to get that layup to go. And again, Emily Sands is going to push that ball up the court, gain their offense set right away.
Another good look there for Hagberg, unable to get that one to go though, and Kruger's going to take a 30-second timeout. We will as well. We will be right back here on Triton Nation. Welcome back into Hodges Fieldhouse as Iowa Central Tritons taking on the Briar Cliff University JV.
It looks like they've been set up in a 2-3 zone, Briar Cliff, to start this second quarter.
Either a 2-3 or 1-3-1. We'll see if they go to a trap here.
And Iowa Central is doing the right thing, is moving the ball a lot to throw off the defense right there.
Shot on the left wing for Crooks. Looks like they're going to call an over the back there on Jalen Carter. Good box out there for Sands. She is doing everything well today. She shot from the outside. She's distributing to her teammates, and she's going to go to the free throw line here.
She's been the engine that moves for them so far, and that's going to be a big thing for them going throughout the game. For the Tritons being able to stop her, and for Briar Cliff being able to get her more looks.
First one good. It's going to make the game 38-32. After Iowa Central gained that lead late in the first quarter, they haven't really let go of it yet. We'll see if Briar Cliff can make a run here to try and take it back.
Well, basketball is a game of runs, so one's always bound to come. We don't know quite when, but one will come.
Sooner or later. Terwilliger with the cross-court pass, stoled by Hagberg. She's going to take it all the way. Slows down, able to get the easy layup.
And that was a good play by Sierra Smith to try to cut her off before she was able to go up for that layup, but she kind of did like an up and under just to get that ball in.
This Briar Cliff defense is changed into a zone. The Iowa Central Tritons are not knowing exactly what to do against this zone. Earlier in the year, they played against Central Columbus, and that 2-3 zone, they really struggled against it. We'll see if Coach Kruger can do anything schematic-wise to kind of overcome this.
I feel like the biggest thing you need to do with any type of zone, you just need to move the ball really quickly, because each person has a responsibility when they're going through that zone, and when you're moving the ball fast and quickly, that defense doesn't have time to react to each play that's going on. So the biggest thing that they need to do is just move the ball quickly. so they can get some open, easy looks.
Absolutely. With their man sets, I feel they have really good player movement and really good ball movement, but I don't feel that once they go into that zone, I don't feel like there's a much comfort there for the Iowa Central offense. We'll see if they can kind of set their feet down, get comfortable, get some open looks, and try and move this ball around really quickly.
And I feel like what Briar Cliff is trying to do is to neutralize the individual threats that each player from Iowa Central presents.
Trying to make it a team game instead of an individual one-on-one base game.
Exactly.
Very quick shot there, right off the bat on the right wing from Terwilliger. Almost gets it to go, but it's going to stay with Iowa Central as it goes off of one of Briar Cliff's players. Abby Lowell's going to get called there. That's her second personal. Quirks from underneath the basket. Gets it into Terwilliger. Good defense there from Sains. Going to take it in for an easy layup on the other end. And look at that. Briarcliff takes the lead back after a really good run there.
And that's a great skip pass there from West. And that's gonna be called a charge on Sierra Smith, as she just goes right into that defender.
She's quick enough to beat around that first level of defense, but they understand that she's gonna go straight to the basket. That's her game. That's what both of the Smith girls have done so far this afternoon. So they're willing to sit and take those charges. Yeah. Justice Crooks tries to sneak a little bit of a poke in there, catches a little bit of elbow. Sains is gonna go to the line to shoot two here.
A little bit for those Smith girls, I feel like what the key they need to do is once they beat their first defender, they need to set themselves up for a pull-up jumper or a floater right there instead of going straight into the defender right there, so that they won't get the charges called on them.
We'll see if they can make some adjustments there as this game goes on. Sierra Smith's going to take a seat as Jacinia Mosley is going to come in. Second one is good. It's going to give them a 3-point lead with just over 2.5 minutes left here in the first half. As you can see, there's not much player movement here going on for the Iowa Central Tritons. We'll see if they can get some ball movement or player movement or something going on.
Tough shot there from
Jalen Carter West. Gets the rebound inside. It looks like they're going to call the basket good, and she has a chance here to tie the game up at 41. Free throw, no good. Mosley works inside, tips it enough that the Briarcliff team is unable to gain possession. It's going to be Iowa Central ball underneath the basket.
Looks like it's going to be an open three for West, and she's going to knock that one down.
That's the best look she's gotten all night, and she capitalized on it. It's going to give them a 2-point lead, just over 2 minutes left here in the first half.
It looks like they're going to call a block there.
Yep. Carter was in good position there, but she does not fall. Usually you're going to get a charge call if you fall on the ground. When you hold your ground like that in the block or in a charging block situation, they're going to give the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player.
While she was in position in time, it's just that she just didn't move too much, so it just didn't go in her favor in that way.
Yeah, but it didn't seem like the offensive player was going in there recklessly. First one just short there for Sands, who's been kind of right in the middle there on free throws. Second one, good. Crooks on the right side. Back over to Terwilliger. Not much ball movement here. Crooks gets a shot from the right side, just long, follows their shot, able to get the easy layup. That's 2 possessions here that they've gotten easy layups. One of them an and one off of offensive rebounds. That's the toughest thing is when you're running a 2-3 zone, when you change from going to man to 2-3 zone, is trying to find those people to block out. You don't want to just give up offensive rebounds after offensive rebound, but you also have to contest shots. You have to be moving with players. Very difficult.
That is definitely a hard thing to do, as you just need to switch right away from switching in that zone to finding somebody to block out. And some people just end up staring and looking at the ball, which it can end up leading to offensive rebounds like that one there.
Absolutely. You have to find shooter. When you contest, then you turn around and you block out that shooter. If you just contest and try and get up on the offensive end, that's going to lead to being able to follow your shot and get offensive rebounds like that.
Which that was great. That was great awareness from her to be able to go and follow her shot right there, because some people would just walk away and go to the next possession, but she was able to follow her shot and get the layup.
Absolutely. It was really good fundamental basketball there for Crooks. Number 22, Alea Hole is going to come in for the Iowa Central Tritons, trying to get a little bit more size in here against this 2-3 zone. Carter running the corner, or the short corner there. Pass is just a little short. It's going to go off the knee of Hole. It's going to be the Briar Cliff ball. Just over a minute left here. 2-point game here in the first half. Sands, probably the most impactful player here for the Briar Cliff team. Brings it up the floor, gets it over to Wenzel, over to Rigatulso.
And they've been running a nice flare screen throughout this game to get open looks for them. It's been working.
And another 3 goes there for Saints. On fire.
She's been having a really good game from beyond the arc so far, as she's been able to open the floor so that other people have also been able to get open shots.
Now, the Iowa Central team, there's one thing they have done pretty well against the 2-3 zone is they've been running that short corner. They've been able to get the ball into one of their post players there, which is the weakest spot against a 2-3 zone.
Definitely getting that ball into the short corner, it opens up the floor for the rest of the team, as that allows passes into the middle, right in the heart of the defense, so they're being able to get passes into there.
And that is what the scheme of a 2-3 is trying to take away. You're trying to take away that middle. You're tired of either them driving in or being able to just lob into their post players, so you compact that, and you're like, okay, we're okay with you doing 2 passes and shooting a 3, but you're not going to get inside-out looks, and you're not going to get easy inside looks. You go to that short corner, and you're able to get that ball into the inside, either get good inside looks or kick it out inside-out, easy 3-point shots.
Yeah, that is definitely the goal of that 2-3. As it looks like Briarcliff's going to settle to take one of the last shots with a couple seconds left on the shot clock.
Looks like there's going to be about 6 seconds left on the shot clock when they pull this. Miscommunication there, as Rigattuso thought she needed to relocate. Sands didn't think she was going to. Iowa Central is going to have the ball with just under 10 seconds left here. Down by 1 at the end of the first half.
It looks like Briarcliff's going to pressure up for these last 10 seconds of this half.
Not going to give him anything easy. Terwilliger, nice behind-the-back move. Looks like she's going to sit with that fadeaway jumper that she relied on earlier. Unable to get that one to go. Close game here as we walk into the locker rooms. Big change there was going to the 2-3 zone for Briarcliff.
That definitely slowed down the Tritons, as they needed to work the offense a little bit more, and they were just able to drive down the middle of the lane and get easy looks. And that kind of forced them to settle into a couple bad 3-point shots, which that kind of let Briarcliff get back into the game.
Yep, this Iowa Central team is very quick. They like to get up and down the floor. If you compact the middle of the zone, it's going to slow them down. That's what they did. We'll see what adjustments both teams make as we come into the second half. We're going to take a break here on Triton Nation. All right, we're about to start second half action here from Hodges on Dennis Pilcher Court with the Tritons down 46-45 to start this third quarter. Lowell over to Hagberg. Inside into Leonard, unable to get it to go. West and the Tritons bring it back the other way. Itula unable to catch it right away, but gets the jumper to go. That is a good sign there for the Tritons to start the second half.
It looks like the Tritons are going to start off with that full court man-to-man pressure to start off right away.
Trying to get Sains to get the ball out of her hands, make someone else make plays for this Briarcliff team.
That does seem to be a smart strategy for them. Sains has been the engine that makes them go.
Leonard over to Wenzel. Wenzel takes it in, gets a good look inside, just a little bit off. Terwilliger takes it up. One dribble, pull up, just a little long, unable to get to go. Looks like it went off the leg of Lau, and it did. It's going to stay here with the Tritons. Good heads-up play there for Shariah. West to inbound it from the far sideline into Smith. Back to West. Thought she was going to just be able to have a wide-open three-point shot.
It definitely looked like it to start off. And it looks like Briarcliff's going to go stick with that 2-3 zone they were going with earlier in the half.
Itula takes another mid-range jumper. Unable to get that one to go. And Ward comes down with the rebound, gets fouled by Leonard. That's going to be the first of this half. As both teams had some problems in the first and second quarters, we'll see if the foul problems continue.
And it looks like Briarcliff empties the benches. They're going to have 3 substitutions come into the game.
Wenzel, Leonard, and Lau are going to step out of the game.
Oh, it looks like Mace, Hagberg, and Natalie Riccatuso are in check-in.
Ward gets the inside shot to go, and Briarcliff brings it back the other way. Hagberg over to Mace at the top of the key. One-on-one against West. Takes it to the right side.
Looks like they're going to call a foul. They're going to call a push on that.
First team foul here for the Tritons. Third for West.
That's definitely going to be something to look out for as she's going to be in a little bit of foul trouble coming to the backstretch of this game.
Very early in the third quarter to have 3 fouls. Hag looked like she was trying to get a foul call there. They're not going to give it to her.
Yeah, she definitely did get pushed, but it wasn't enough to garner a foul.
Looked like some incidental contact. Very good ball handling there from Shariah. She brings the ball back. A lot of people, when they want to do that crossover and change direction, they're not taking anything back. They just want to go straight horizontal. You have to come vertical, give a little bit of space back to stop that pickpocket to happen, and then you can go around that left side. It's exactly what she did. Very good offensive possession. Draws the foul. Tritons are going to have the ball underneath.
And it looks like there's going to be a screen there to get her ball there. Open look there for
Shariah Smith. And she hustles back, gets a deflection, and gets another steal in the second half. Really good, patient work inside from Carter after Terwilliger gets the ball to her. Good position. Briarcliff's coach unhappy with what's going on. Iowa Central came out in the second half very prepared for this 2-3 zone. They are flying all over the place. Shariah Smith on the defensive end has been a wreck.
Yeah, definitely they've been able to start off quickly, which is definitely a key coming into the second half, as this game has been really close all the way throughout. So basically whoever was going to be able to start off quickly was going to be able to gain control of this half to start off.
And as we said earlier, basketball is a game of runs, or you can say it as a fight of punches. You throw your first punch. Both teams threw their first punches, and Briarcliff's counter punch was to go to that 2-3 zone, and Iowa Central comes out in the second half with their own counter punch with a very explosive start.
Yeah, they've been able to move the ball really well. They've been able to get some easy looks inside the paint. Especially not only they've been able to use strengths with their ball handling as well as their passing.
Loose ball inside. Looks like they're going to call a jump ball. It's going to be Iowa Central ball as Kara Ward and Ashley Hagg are tied up underneath. Hagg's going to take a seat as well as Mace and Rigatuso. So it's going to go back to the starting lineups of the second half. Shariah Smith brings the ball up the floor for the Lady Tritons. Terwilliger thinks about pulling up.
That's
Cross-court pass to Itula. Good open look from three. Just rims out. And guess who's inside causing havoc? Shariah Smith bouncing around.
She's been very active. She's been very active on the offensive end, trying to hustle to get those offensive rebounds. It's definitely been helping so far.
Hagberg over to Lau. Hagberg has the ball again. Pulls up from the top of the key for three. And it's good. It's going to make it a 51-49 ball game here.
Briar Cliff has been hot this whole game from beyond the arc as they've been able to just get some really good looks, and they've just been able to knock them down.
They've been extremely confident. No second thoughts whatsoever once they pull up from three. Terwilliger unable to get it to go. Ward gets the rebound, puts the ball on the ground, kind of loses it, regains possession, and puts it in for two.
Yeah, those offensive rebounds are really helping Iowa Central stay in the game to start off the second half.
Sands over to Hagberg. Screen for Leonard. Leonard sets a screen for Hagberg. Pick and roll, gets it back into her. Kicks out to Wenzel. Just off to the left. Good work inside there by Leonard. Able to get the offensive board. Gonna get a slap call there from on Kira Ward. Abby Lau is gonna go for the line to try and get the hoop and the harm to go.
That's going to be Kira Ward's third personal foul, as she's going to start getting into foul trouble as well.
Sierra Smith comes in for Jalen Carter. Kira Ward has three. Brittany West has three. So two very impactful players for the Tritons in foul trouble here early. Brittany West on the sideline. She's going to take a break, but Kira Ward's still in the game. She's got to play smart.
It's going to be interesting to see how this rotation is going to shake up after that.
Itula, another short corner jumper, able to get it to go. Completely switch the momentum very quickly. Leonard on the way back. Not something you want to see here. She comes down very hard for a power layup, and looks like her knee just gave out on her. Wincing in pain. This is not something you want to see. We're going to take a break here on Triton Nation. We will be right back. Leonard able to get up with some help. She's going to make it off the court here. That's going to shorten the Briar Cliff rotation by a player. That's a very big difference, 8-7 now. We hope for the best for her and a quick and speedy recovery. But the game goes on, and Shariah Smith's going to bring the ball up the floor here for the Tritons.
That's going to be a big loss for them, as they just lost. They just lost another player, and with that, their rotation just got even shorter. Now they're gonna have to work even. They're gonna have to work even harder, and they're not gonna have as much rest in between. Which that kind of can be an advantage for Iowa Central, as they look to push the ball more and bring out the intensity, just to tire out this Briar Cliff offense.
Rigatuso on the far side. Gets a screen there from Hag. Gets it to Hag. Over to Wenzel. Over to Hagberg. Takes another three from the left side. Unable to get it to go. Good offensive rebound there from Wenzel. Unable to get that layup to go. She gets another offensive rebound. Out to Hagberg, who gets her own rebound after a miss and gets it to go.
That was not a great job of blocking out on that possession there, as it looks like Briar Cliff got many offensive rebounds on that possession.
3 or 4 offensive rebounds in a row. Not something you want to see. We'll see if they can kind of come back after that. There was a little bit of a break there from that injury timeout. Maybe they can get the things re-kick started here as Itula gets another short corner jump shot to go.
As a coach, I know you got to be frustrated when you see that happening. You just see them not blocking out, because that's almost just a thing of effort rather than just skill or anything like that.
Absolutely. It doesn't take very much skill to block out.
That's a great entry pass Sierra Smith had in there. No, check that. Shariah Smith had in there.
Absolutely. Itula gets a nice lead pass. Very patient on the block. Able to get the layup to go. Rigatuso moving the ball now as Sands is sitting out. But you can see kind of this ball movement kind of suffer once you see Sands sit down.
Exactly. She's the one that makes them go. So now they have to run more deliberate sets and with backdoor cuts and more ball movement and screens.
Hagberg gets the ball coming up in the other way. Up to the center of the key. Rigatuso from the top of the key gets it to go. Another three-pointer for this Briar Cliff squad. Sierra Smith brings the ball up the floor for the Tritons. Over to Terwilliger. Itula, another short corner jumper. Very short on this one. Doesn't look like she had her feet quite underneath her all the way.
That's been great ball movement for the Tritons so far, as they've been able to get that open short corner shot, which that one could be an easy jumper to make.
Sierra Smith's going to take a seat as Justice Crooks comes in for her.
And we're going to have the three off the inbound. That one's going to be long.
Shariah Smith had a very good rotation on that shot, just very, very much too far.
Yeah.
Rigatuso over to Hagberg from the right side. She's been very confident as well. She's made a few three-pointers. She's going to continue to be aggressive, takes the ball inside, and going to get called for a travel. Getting a little physical in underneath, but they're going to let them play through, different than how they called it in the first half.
Yeah, that's definitely going to come. I feel like that's going to definitely come to Iowa Central's advantage that they have more players, and that's just going to be, they're going to have more fouls to give.
Justice Crooks on the left wing, back up to Shariah Smith, over to Terwilliger, into Itula. Kind of a sloppy pass there. Gets picked off at the top of the key. Hagberg has the ball, looking to set something up, gets it to Rigatuso, who's a little bit more comfortable running this offense.
Yeah, she's definitely. Oh, and looks as we say that one's going to get poked away by Justice Crooks.
Very patient as she brings the ball back. Rigatuso trying to get the ball back for her team. Kira Ward gets a shot right in the middle, unable to get it to go. Lau brings the ball back. Very aggressive. Nice little Euro step there. Going to get called for a travel.
She almost made the 1-on-5 fast break by herself.
I think the coach is arguing that wasn't a travel. It looked clean from up here, but
ref knows best.
Ref knows best. Crooks very aggressive. Bounce pass cross court. Terwilliger, they're more than welcome just to let her shoot from there.
Which that's pretty much the point of this 2-3 offense. They're going to force them to make threes, which they haven't been doing consistently this game so far.
Especially when you have Brittany West sitting out, one of your best three-point shooters.
Yeah.
Good take there from Shariah. And you see that's an adjustment from the first half. Brittany West back into the game, gets the offensive rebound, puts it back. Now that's an adjustment Shariah made from the first half. First half, every time she drove past that first level of defense, she's like, I'm getting a layup. I'm taking it all the way to the end. I'm going to get a left-hand or a right-hand layup. On that one, she was patient enough. She gets past that first level of defense, pulls up from about in between the 10 and 5-foot mark, gets it to go.
Which that's still a good shot. That's still a good shot to take, even with the layup or the jump or that short jumper right there. Both are high percentage shots. Now she's avoiding the charge right there, which is much smarter basketball play.
That's the smart play that you want to see your players starting to make, especially once you've made that mistake of getting that charge call twice in the first half. I don't know if Kruger sat down and said, hey, you need to be a little bit more patient once you get to that first level of defense, read that second level, and see what's available for you, or if that was just something that she told herself and she overcame.
And also what her teammates could do when she gets past that first level of defense, they need to make cuts so that she can have open looks underneath the basket, because that defense is going to come up as she's driving that second level of defense, so she can dish it off for easy layups.
Absolutely. You need to relocate as well, because the player can't see behind them.
Exactly.
So if you're spotted up, you're open on the three-point line, you can't expect your player to be able to see through the back of their head. So you need to move, relocate, get to an open spot, and be able to put that three home.
Exactly. But that all comes with time and experience, and they'll just be able to get better as the season goes on.
Absolutely. Still very early in this season. Triton's only playing in 5 games. Their record is 3-2. 1-0 here at home. They've played Northeast Central Community College out of Columbus, Nebraska, Butler Community College, Midland University JV, and Marshalltown Community College.
And it looks like Emily Sainz came back into the game, which that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
That's a very good advantage there for Briar Cliff. I think she's, as we've said, she's the engine for this offense. Gets things open, opens up things for her teammates. Ashley Hagg's going to have 2 free throws here. First one good for the 5'11 sophomore. Brittany West is going to take a seat here as Tiara Tula comes in, the 5'10 forward from West Jordan, Utah. Going to call a lane violation here. Going to redo that second shot. 61-58 ball game. Minute 27, just under a minute and a half here left in the third quarter. Still back and forth. No one's really pulled away here. I think this is going to be a nail biter as we come towards the end.
Oh, definitely, especially with Briar Cliff's ability to make the three. They're always going to be able to stay in this game. And the key for the Tritons is be able to run them off the line, just to hold them off there.
They're going to call that ball off of Justice Crooks. It's going to be Briar Cliff ball. Hagberg over to Sands. She's confident from the three-point line. Unable to get on that one to go. Itula, solid box out inside, able to get that defensive rebound.
That was a great box out there that she was able to work. As he was able to pretty much box out 2 defenders at once almost.
Terwilliger, strong take inside, unable to get to go.
And Saints is able to get them early offense. She able to push that ball early in the shot clock.
Strong take, good advance. Looks like Sands maybe have rolled an ankle. She's on the ground here.
And it looks like they're going to let this play out for a little bit.
4-on-5 advantage. Triton's still unable to get it to go. I'm going to call a foul underneath, possibly on Jalen Carter. And it looks like Sands has had enough time during that play to kind of recover. No time needed to take off.
And it looked like it was just a small roll, as sometimes with those small rolls you just need to shake it off a little bit and then you'll be good to go.
.15 seconds left here in the third quarter. Shot clock is obviously off.
Sharia Smith is going to check back into the game for Jalen Carter.
They're going to pressure one-on-one full court. Sands able to beat her off the right side.
5 seconds left in the third quarter.
One-on-one for Hagberg. Sands doesn't get the shot up. Not going to get a shot. As you close out the third quarter, the Iowa Central Tritons are winning 61-58 against Briar Cliff JV. We'll be right back after this quarter break here on Triton Nation. We are all set to start fourth quarter action here from Hodges. Briar Cliff is going to start off with the ball. Sand's going to take it one-on-one against Smith.
It looks like they're going to run that flare screen again. That one's been working well for them throughout this game.
I think that's just their base offensive set. They want to get some off-ball screens and on-ball screens. Just get some player movement, try and get some switches made, and possibly someone misses their one-on-one opportunity. Morgan Mace is going to get the easy layup to go, making it a 1-point game. 1 possession into the fourth quarter. And another strong take there for Shariah Smith.
It looks like they switched back to man-to-man as that was allowed her to get the easy drive and layup.
This Iowa Central team, very athletic. Able to take about anybody one-on-one on the dribble. And that ball is tipped from Hull. Shariah Smith gets the rebound.
Yeah, that wasn't the smartest shot in the world for them right there.
I don't think Lau was quite ready for what the length of Hull was.
Exactly, and that just led to the rejection right there.
Going to call push underneath. Iowa Central will retain possession with 3-point lead. Wenzel and Rigatuso come in. Mace. And Sains is going to take a seat. Utula over to Shariah. Good take, good look over to Kira Ward, able to get it to go. Very good possession there for the Iowa Central Titans.
Kind of like we were saying earlier about being able to those other teammates cutting in to find open looks. They basically did that right there as they were able to find an easy basket right there.
Absolutely.
And that backdoor pass didn't seem to do much as she kind of ran right into a brick wall.
It was hard to handle there, very low, coming in hot. Shariah Smith brings the ball up for your Tritons. Looks like Briar Cliff is sitting back in that 2-3 zone. They're going to trap on the block. Kick out to Itula. From the left corner, 3, able to get it to go. She's liked that left side of the court so far tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely been a strong suit for her. She's been able to expand her range from that short corner out to the 3 right there.
Yep, she started in and slowly but surely every shot she's taken, she stepped back, able to get that 3 to cap it off.
And Briar Cliff comes right back with a 3 of their own, but is not going to be able to go in. But that one's going to tip off. And that's going to be a Briar Cliff ball.
Looks like an Iowa Central player tipped it out of bounds. I don't think Coach Kruger agreed with that one. But Briar Cliff ball. Terwilliger gets a rebound underneath after the missed shot from Ashley Haig.
That's a great way to push the ball up right there. Get them into the offense and set up that easy shot right there.
Itula again comfortable from that left corner, unable to get it to go. They're going to say it stays here with Iowa Central. Possibly a makeup call from the last possession. A little bit of confusion on the inbound pass. Itula finds Shariah Smith on the far side. They're going to set up their offense. Kind of an extended 2-3 zone as she's willing to play one-on-one out to the spike line.
That does leave that middle of the defense wide open.
That
high post right there. They should be able to find open people right there.
Good cross-court look. Shariah Smith wide open from the left corner. Unable to get it to go. Good work inside. Kira Ward gets the offensive rebound. Left-handed put back. Unable to go. Holes chasing from the backside. Unable to get it. Briar Cliff sets up their offense. Hagberg on the far side. Looking to Rigatuso. Able to get the back door. But no good look, so she resets. Very good post defense. Able to kind of bait her into throwing that bounce pass. Very quick to get it. Takes it to the right side. Falls away a little bit. Unable to get the layup to go.
I think she should have looked to pass that one out there as Terwilliger was open in the corner for a 3 right there.
A lot of body, a lot of contact going through that lane. She's going to have 2 free throws here. It looks like Kira Ward's going to get called for the block.
I believe that's her 4th personal right there.
All right, Kira Ward has 4 fouls coming in this fourth quarter, 6:17 left. You got to think about getting her out here.
Yeah, and I think that they're gonna do that with this sub right here.
I think Brittany West has 3 herself, so if you see her pick up her 4th, I think you have to get her out of the game here as well. But Hull and Ward are going to take a seat here for the Tritons as Crooks and West come in. Second free throw good. Lau. Forward Lau. 68-62, just over 6 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. This is the last run. This is your last punch. This is when you have to be at your best. We'll see which team comes out with their best foot forward. Crooks just long on that mid-range jump shot.
If Briar Cliff wants to look to get back into this game, they're going to want to definitely do it from deep, as they've been hitting for most of this game.
Transition and three-pointers, that's where their strong suits are going to be. Good ball movement up the floor, gets it to your outlet, getting it up to your wing player, gets it into the post player, just unable to get the free throw or the easy layup to go. But they get the offensive rebound. They're resetting. Just under 20 seconds left on the shot clock here. Going against this extended 2-3 zone.
Looks like they're going to take advantage with the high screen up top.
It's going to be a push call on Peyton Hagberg. It's going to restart the shot clock. 30 seconds. E-Tulip. Catch. Shoot. Good.
And she has been feeling it from beyond the arc for the last couple shots. She's definitely been feeling it. She's been able to shoot confidently.
Not something she's done for the most of this season, but tonight she's just been confident enough to catch and shoot, and her teammates are trusting her to get the ball in open spots.
And she has been able to find open looks for herself most of this game, most of them being on the left side, that short corner, but she has been able to find a couple beyond the arc, one being that very in the left corner and one right there on your right wing.
Now, they're going to take a second to talk here, and we are going to take a break, and we'll be back on Triton Nation. Tuso takes it up the floor, one-on-one against Shariah Smith. Pass jumped there from Crooks, unable to control it enough to make it an actual steal. She's going to take a seat here as Kira Ward comes in for her. Remember, Kira Ward, number 12, has 4 fouls. So we'll see if Briar Cliff wants to try to isolate her one-on-one and try and get her to get that 5th foul, have her sit down, or if they just stick with their three-point plan, and that's what they do. Tuso, after a double screen on the far side, that's a very good play setup.
That was a very good play as they were able to get that open look right there. And that's basically what they're going to need to do to get back into this game, is to hit a few open looks like that.
Itula, it's catch and shoot. She's not even thinking about it anymore. She just in that spot. Her teammates are getting it to her on time in their shooting pocket. Catch, shoot, and good.
And she's been great from that range right there. She's been able to knock those down with ease.
Lau, another really good take.
That floater is going to be just a little off to the left. So that's going to bounce out.
She's working hard underneath as well. Tries to get the tipped offensive rebound. Tips it right out of bounds. It's going to get called for an over the back. Some movement on the baseline. Brittany West and Terwilliger moving around. Gets it to Itula. Couple dribble pull up. Gives it over to Shariah Smith. Kick over to West. She's going to be confident. Take that 3. Rims out. But Terwilliger in position. gets offensive rebound, but gets blocked in the paint. Briarcliff back the other way. Hagberg gets the ball on the right wing. Over to Lau. She says, I'll catch and shoot. Spot. Unable to pop it. Gets the offensive rebound, though. Wenzel does. A very bad roll there.
Yeah, that one didn't quite go her way, as that one has to be a little bit frustrating. She got the great offensive rebound, great drive, and set herself up very well, just didn't go in for her.
Etula over to Smith at the top of the key. Jab steps. Great cut from Etula. Good vision from Smith, able to get it to her. Tries to get the ball back. Going to get called for the reach.
Yeah, she didn't have herself quite in good enough position to get after that one. So she's going to get called with that reaching.
Mace and Sains is going to come into the ball game.
It is a little late for Sains to come back into the game, as they're down by 8 right now. So it's going to be interesting to see what Briarcliff comes up with.
If there's any spark plug that this Briarcliff team needs, though, it would be her. We'll see if that run can start. And I looked over and we see Leonard. She's back out onto the bench, but she has a lot of ice on that right knee and some crutches next to her.
I really hope she does get better soon, though.
Hagberg over to Sains. We'll see if she tries to force it or if she stays within her own rhythm here at the end of the game.
Tough shot there from Stephanie Wenzel.
Sains really good defense. Gets the ball back. Automatically puts it back in. Remember, she tweaked her ankle a little bit earlier in the game. It looks like she kind of fell awkwardly on that again. Hobbling back just a little slow. Cross-court pass to West just off the back of the iron. And Haig is going to be able to get the rebound. Gets it up to Hagberg. Hesitation dribble. Takes to the right side. And they're going to call a blocking call. That's going to be Kira Ward's 5th. And the Tritons are going to call timeout here. They're going to take a timeout, and we are as well, and we'll be right back on the Triton Nation. Just a quick breather here for the ladies this afternoon, as Justice Crook's going to come in for Kira Ward, who has fouled out of this game. That's a huge difference inside. She's a very strong post player.
Yeah, she's doing a lot of the dirty work for them inside right now, getting a lot of those defensive boards and being able to just block out.
Now we'll see if Etula or West can kind of fill in that position. Both of them are more of the stretch 4, European-style basketball players where they're tall, but they're able to shoot from outside and don't really prefer to be outside. Don't really like to be inside.
Yeah, I think they're going to go with the 5-wide type set for the rest of this game.
Looks like Briarcliff's going to switch back to man-to-man, try and speed up the pace so they can get a few more possessions. 2 minutes and 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, 73-68. If there's any time to start capitalizing on things, it's now. Just short there for Terwilliger. We'll see if she can make the second. Second one's up and good.
Nice job making that free throw there. She makes this like make it a 3-possession game. Those small free throws are going to come crucial down the stretch as they're going to extend this game.
Good hands there from Crooks, unable to gain possession of it. Wenzel on the far side, one-on-one against Terwilliger. We'll see what she does here.
That was a nice up and under move, but she couldn't quite get that one to go.
Another player down here for Briarcliff on the left side. Looks like Ashley Haig, but she's back up and running back to the other side.
She's going to be the one actually to get that rebound right there.
Great hustle there. Wenzel with the ball again. Gets it over to Rigatuso. Over to Hagberg. Back over to Rigatuso. Takes a shot from deep. Unable to get it to go. Good box out from Shariah Smith. Up the floor to West.
Great
Gets
lead
it.
pass.
Absolutely. Very easy to overlead your player there. You get a little you think your players are faster than they are. You got to remember, this is the fourth quarter, just over a minute left. This is as spent as a player can be. Take that into account. Pull back a little bit on the strength on the lead pass, and that's what she did. Able to get a very easy layup for West. That she extends this lead to an 8-point game. Kind of hard to come back from this.
Yeah, definitely. What Briar Cliff is probably coming up with right now is probably a man press or a zone press to try to speed it up, try to get a quick steal and bucket so that they can get back into this game.
And the good thing for Briar Cliff is they have been successful from the three-point line.
So definitely if they get a quick steal, they definitely can get a quick three in, and then that'll bring that lead down really fast.
And then of course if they don't get the steal right away, you're gonna have to foul eventually.
Yeah, and it looks like, and it's been a pretty decent shooting game for Iowa Central behind the line so far. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, I don't think there's really any player that can't shoot free throws on this Iowa Central team. I don't think there's a player you're really focusing on. But as we've seen, Terwilliger's missed a few, so that may be the person they go for. But West has been successful from there. Etula has been successful from there. Crooks hasn't gotten there yet, so we'll see where if they're patient and try and get it to someone they're more confident in missing, or if they just go right away.
Yeah, that'll be definitely interesting to see. So it looks like as they're coming out, they're gonna have some full court pressure right here. It looks like it's gonna be a man-to-man pressure.
They're not going to pressure the ball, though. They're going to keep Terwilliger, who's going to be on Wenzel, back at half court. They're going to let Smith play one-on-one there. Hagberg over to Sains. Same play they've been running for the majority of this game. Close call there on the sideline as the Gatorade bottle slips onto the court.
Yeah, that could have almost been some interference right there.
Absolutely.
Somebody might trip over that one, and that would have been good.
All right, so that's going to be 5 fouls. 5 team fouls. She's going to go to the line here. Shooting 2. First one good. It's going to extend that lead to 9.
That's definitely going to make it hard to come back from.
That may be that nail in the coffin. That may be what cannot be come back from. 9-point game, under a minute left. Haven't been able to put anything together here lately either.
Yeah. Well, that 3 might be the one that gets them going as they just increase that lead down to 6. Intentional foul coming here. Looks like they're going to have. Looks like
Justice Crooks is going to go to the line here. Another thing you have to keep in mind with such a small team is once you start having to foul at the end of the game, how many players are you going to have to finish the game? Is one of your star players going to end up having to sit down because no one else is close enough to foul?
Exactly, and you are down one player due to injury, so that's going to be definitely interesting to see.
Bang and bang. Gets both of them to go here. It's going to put that lead back to 8.
And they're going to come down with a quick 3, and she hits that.
They're doing everything they can on the offensive end here so far. They're going to call a touch foul here on Wenzel. Crooks is going to go back to the line. She just hit both free throws. We'll see if she can come in clutch and hit 2 more. It looked like Morgan Mace was going to check into the ball game, but they're going to keep her off the court. Possibly substitute her in on defense to get someone with less fouls out on the floor.
I think they might be going for an offense-defense type of game right now, trying to keep those offensive weapons, trying to keep them in as long as they can.
Absolutely. With players like Sains and Rigatuso who just hit that three-pointer, you want to keep those offensive weapons in.
Oh, and they're going to call a foul on that three-pointer right there. That's going to be a crucial mistake right there.
From this angle, it looked like her hands were pretty far away. Wasn't much contact there, but the ref from behind is the one who called that. Possibly some body that she saw. We'll see if Sains can make all 3 of these free throws, make it a 2-point game. First one good. She's got 2 more to go.
And it's looking like Morgan Bass is going to check in for Saints if she hits all of them.
Second one, no good. Closest that she can make it now is a 3-point game.
Which, with this team, a 3-point game is just as good as a 2-point game.
Absolutely. Iowa Central's been kind of spotty on the free throw line. There's no one that's like, no doubt, you put them on the line, they're going to make it. But she's unable to get it to go. Still a 4-point game. Justice Crooks, who has been somewhat, reliable from the free throw line, making 3 of 4. We'll see if she can capitalize here. .26 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 4-point lead for the Tritons, 79-75. Crooks able to get the first one to go with a little bit of a friendly roll.
It looks like the Trojans are going to stay back as they're going to really try to go for the offensive rebound. Smart play there as they can get back on defense quick and not allow an easy look.
Shariah Smith looks like she's going to pressure the ball.
There still is plenty of time left, so we still have at least 20 seconds on the clock.
Her two shooters right next to each other. Almost banks it in, unable to get it to go. That may have been the last hope. Gets it ahead to West. She's going to dribble this ball around. Gives it over to Shariah Smith. And that's going to be your game here. 81-75. Iowa Central takes home the win here in Hodges Fieldhouse at Dennis Pilcher Court. What was your biggest takeaway from this game?
I think it was that Iowa Central was just able to stay in the game. They were able to stay motivated throughout this whole game. They could easily went down, especially down the stretch of this game as Briar started to make a couple more threes. Those threes were crucial as that was able to keep them in the game. That's always tough as for every 2 you make, the other team's making a 3. So I think the biggest thing for them was just staying motivated.
In my opinion, the biggest thing for these Tritons here today was the fact that they reacted to the 2-3 zone and they were able to find something that they could do against it. Their first game they played against the 2-3 zone, I believe that was against Central Columbus. They switched to that 2-3 zone and they just couldn't do anything. This game, they were able to make some adjustments, get some things to go their way, and come away with a very close win. 81-75. We thank you for listening in. I'm Michael Coates.
This is Rico.
And we appreciate you listening. If you do not already, subscribe to our page for all Triton home sports. Thank you.